question for Kurt, go ahead and raise your hand in the participants queue, and we'll go ahead and get to you as soon as we can. Get Kurt squared away here. Okay, Kurt, can you hear us?
I've got you. You guys got me?
We have you loud and clear. We are by Kurt Busch, and we're going to roll straight into questions. Our first question is going to come from Dustin Albino. Go ahead with your question, Dustin.
Yeah, Kurt, obviously you've had a lot of past success at Bristol. Excuse me. What are your thoughts about Bristol Spring Race moving to dirt next year?
I think I'm set here. Yeah, sorry I was a couple minutes late. The Bro Bible guys were asking me to act like Ricky Bobby, so we got that settled. Okay. With Bristol going to dirt next spring, I think it's a huge move. It's exciting and it's fun because, yes, it's something different, but Bristol is a place to host events. You know, with the colossal TV, the different bar areas that I see popping up and high top tables and different viewing seating sections and areas opening up, they have the facility to do whatever they want with. I mean, we saw a football game in there a few years ago. So with dirt and this NASCAR race early in the year, I think it works. The tough part is going to be 40 race cars that are big and heavy and on the dirt. You know, how much are we going to change that track's conditions? Because these are big, heavy cars cooking that clay, and it's going to be dry, slick in a hurry. I don't know how many laps we're going to run or how the format will be set up, but the cars are going to look like they're in slow motion is my biggest fear. But overall, the fun factor is going to be through the roof.
Thanks, Kurt.
Our next question will come from Claire B. Lang. Go ahead with your question, Claire.
Yeah, Kurt, given last week, what a rush for you. So given last week, what a rush for you. How do you take that into Talladega? How do you take that drive, that momentum, that rush, that taste of the red meat of a win into Talladega when you strap in and roll off?
You know, it's been an awesome week. It's been a great week of reflection and celebration. I mean, the fun of winning in your hometown track and then for it to be Vegas, it's been through the roof and I've lived it up. And today is a team meeting shortly after this call with the media. And it's to really zone in on what we need to do at Talladega to be as competitive as we can be. And it's the same Thursday meeting that we have every week. And so now it's time to come off the Vegas run and laser focus in on Talladega. And from what I've told my guys and what I believe we need to do, it's to not let up off the gas. It's to stay on it hard, to go for stage wins, stage points, to be up front. If we wreck out, so be it. We're still going to advance, but we need to go and keep the pressure on and get as many points as possible these next 2 weeks with Talladega and the Roval coming up.
So you have 8 top 5s at Talladega and you start second there. How much would a win at Talladega mean to you? Not because of playoff action, you're already in the next round. What would it mean to you, though, to get the job done at Talladega?
Well, I'd almost do the same thing and grab that checkered flag and just like point it at the track itself, because that track has taken away so many wins from me with either leading on the last lap or running second, having a yellow come out or not having a yellow come out and running out of gas or, you know, getting past or making the wrong move. I mean, at Talladega, I feel like it slipped through my hands more times than not. And I run consistent. I run well there. I feel comfortable. But it's definitely been one of those tough tracks where I don't have that win. And it'd be great to check that box off. So I may as well just keep rolling with checking off these boxes.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck at Talladega, okay?
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Jenna Fryer. Go ahead with your question, Jenna.
Hey, Kurt, I know you said you want to move on from Vegas, but I wonder if you could talk about the emotions of finally winning at your home track. I know you guys celebrated. I know you had a welcoming committee at the airport for you. I'm just like, it seems like it was a very big win personally for you.
I mean, it's an emotional win. It's one where you have so many emotions from the love and the family and friends that had helped me get to, NASCAR in the first place, and the just the feeling of Vegas and how much time I spent there as a racer, as a kid, and the volunteer crew members, Craig Q from Star Nursery. My mom was out there this weekend, and her friends. And what was so cool is, like, afterwards, I made a couple texts and I said 11 p.m. South Point Bar. Everybody already knew where we were going to meet up, at which bar it was. And I asked Brendan Gong if he could help rope off an area, to keep things private and safer and more secure with the COVID and everything. And he's like, man, I just ran the Baja 500, finished second. I'm going to shower up. I'll be right there. I wasn't going to go out tonight, but I'll be right there since it's you. And so to have that camaraderie and that feeling and that energy from everybody, that's what's made this so special. And it's a lifelong dream to win at your hometown track, no matter who and where, what hometown or who you are. And then to have it to be Vegas, it was that much more special. I woke up the next day, I had some conference calls. I had a call with Fox Television about the Truck Series broadcast. And it was, I don't know, it's like 10 a.m. And I'm like, you know what? It's 1 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to crack a beer. And so just had that couple of beers on the plane ride home, and then another surprise of all the crew members and close people for our race team at Ganassi were at the Concord Regional Airport when we landed there in another safe COVID zone setting.
Did you feel any relief that you got that win in the first race and now you're set into the third round?
Yeah, that's what settles in, and that's what sinks in over the next couple days. So Sunday night, it was all Vegas. It was all of the empty grandstands and the disappointment of not having people there. And then the connections of everybody's spirit and people watching and helping me with that win. And then you're like, oh, heck, you're right. Yeah, this is cool. Like, we don't have to worry about Talladega, which is a wild card race. We don't have to worry about the Roval, which things can happen pretty quick there. So, like, if you win at the Roval, you're automatically, like, moving on to the next round and focused on that. So we do have this 2 weeks of what you could call a celebration. But at the same time, I told my guys when they met me at the airport and we had a cold beer together, I said, all right, let's finish this and let's get to work. Let's keep the gas on. Let's go for stage points, stage wins, and bank as many points as we can when we don't have to worry about it.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Woody Kane. Go ahead with your question, Woody.
Hey, Kurt, appreciate your time. Since you mentioned the Roval, I wanted to skip ahead a week and look there, but get you to compare the differences between a Roval style course, which we're starting to see more and more of, and now even more next year, versus a purpose-built road course in terms of how you drive those and how you attack them. What are the differences?
The Roval is a very unique road course. It's built within 1.5 miles oval track. So a track very similar to the Roval is Daytona International Speedway's road course, but it's inside a 2.5 mile. So the Roval is a bull in a china shop feel because of how big and heavy our cars are in that tight little space with that many turns and that many chicanes. Whereas what the 2021 schedule is branching out to is Circuit of the Americas, a permanent built Formula One style course, Road America, a course that's been up in Wisconsin for ages, decades. I mean, back probably after World War II. I don't know when it was built, but it's a 4 mile course that's spread out with a lot of high speed straightaways. So we're seeing a variety of road courses being sprinkled in to the NASCAR schedule where they're taking over some of the 1.5 mile, what people reference to as cookie cutter tracks. They're kind of being phased out right now. And I think it's a great trend.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Daniel McFadden. Go ahead with your question, Daniel.
Hey, Kurt. Early this week, you told someone that it was going to be 50-50 whether you stuck around to race after next season. And before it was delayed to 2022, if I remember right, you were very excited about the prospect of getting to race the next gen car. So I was wondering, with the next gen car now in 2022, how will that impact any decisions you make regarding your future in NASCAR after next year?
Yeah, I was disappointed to learn that the next gen car was being pushed to 2022. And so that's now made me reevaluate all the different scenarios that are out in front of me with racing. I'm in the Truck Series booth commentating all the Truck Series playoff races right now. I've got a phone call later today with Monster Energy about different races around the world and where do I want to go for some bucket list races. And so these were things that were already in motion, but pre-COVID. And so with everything going on with COVID and the different schedule changes I'm seeing in NASCAR and the next gen car, there's just too many. What I'm starting to explain to people is like, I have a deck of cards sitting in front of me and I still got to go through all 52 cards to prioritize which ones are more important to me.
Our final question, Kurt, is going to come from Marty Sakala. Go ahead with your question, Marty.
Thank you. Hi, Kurt. Real quick, I know you got to take it one race at a time, but as you look at the round of 8, how do you think your chances look at those intermediates like Kansas and Texas, as well as Martinsville?
Yeah, we're focused very heavily on Kansas, Texas especially. Martinsville's been a bit tougher for me over the years, but we've run consistently well with the Ganassi car there. So we're really focused on the 1.5 miles. That's where we've had our success together at Ganassi. We won at Vegas. We've won at Kentucky. We've been right there at Texas, where a yellow in the same kind of sequence as Vegas came out wrong for us and trapped us a lap down. Vegas finally, it happened to be on the positive side. So we hope we gain points at Talladega and the Roval and keep pushing towards this. And now that we're in the Elite 8, we don't want to squander this positioning away. We're here for a reason, and we're here to attack to win and try to get our ticket punched to Phoenix.
Thank you, Kurt. Good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you.
Kurt, thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and good luck this weekend at Talladega Superspeedway.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.